Welcome back, Robin. In 100 yards, turn right. In 400 yards, turn left. Turn left.
Our next case involves an outlandish claim of a reputation here in Britain, which I believe to be undeserved. You know this, the Reliant Supervan. With some small stability enhancements, this design, in my opinion, is quite sound. You will proceed, please. To Bamborough Castle, where we will attempt a small and highly scientific jump.
In 400 yards, turn left. Turn left.
Ah, you see? My enhancements greatly improve stability with no detriment to the look of the car. If anything, a small improvement, I think.
Turn right. In 200 yards, turn right. Turn right.
Good. Now, to recreate the conditions of the accident which resulted in a claim for damages to a church roof. You see, the fiberglass construction makes the Reliant Supervan light enough to become airborne. It lacks, I think, in aerodynamics and engine power. For this next test, I have compensated, perhaps overcompensated. We shall see. It occurs to me that I have added no additional safety features, but at least you will be landing on sand. It worked. I mean, of course it worked. And so we see that it is entirely possible to deposit a Reliant Supervan in the belfry of a country church. I will contact the claimant and pass on the good news. Well, the results anyway. It occurs to me that I have added no additional safety features, but at least you will be landing on sand. It worked. I mean, of course it worked. And so we see that it is entirely possible to deposit a Reliant Supervan in the belfry of a country church. I will contact the claimant and pass on the good news. Well, the results anyway. It occurs to me that I have added no additional safety features, but at least you will be landing on sand. It worked. I mean, of course it worked. And so we see that it is entirely possible to deposit a Reliant superfan in the belfry of a country church. I will contact the claimant and pass on the good news. Well, the results anyway.
Do you know that in my spare time I am an avid watcher of films? Oh yes. One of my favorite films sees young people having personal revelations whilst racing classic cars. See if you can tell what it is. Now, one of my claimants has apparently tried to recreate scenes of the film, which features a Morris Minor similar to this one, with limited success.
We will require conditions and traffic lights. So, Edinburgh, if you please.
In 400 yards, turn left. Turn left.
Edinburgh is not so much like the California of the film, but perhaps we can use our imaginations. Well done. You have achieved the optimal result for the first part of our test, which is, I'm not so sure. This is a uniquely American word, but cruising, I think, yes?
Now we must test the drag race performance of the Morris Minor with a few small engine modifications of my own. This is not strictly reproducing conditions of the film, but nor is the speed trap we are borrowing from the Horizon Festival.
Now, straight line speed is our object. If it helps, you may imagine you are racing against an impossibly handsome actor. Excellent. I will advise the claimants that they may be confident, lining up against an Austin Healey sprite, as in the film. Once that Morris Minor returns from the crash repairer, of course. Now, straight line speed is our object. If it helps, you may imagine you are racing against an impossibly handsome actor.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Excellent. I will advise the claimants that they may be confident, lining up against an Austin Healey sprite, as in the film. Once that Morris Minor returns from the crash repairer, of course. Now, straight line speed is our object. If it helps, you may imagine you are racing against an impossibly handsome actor.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Excellent. I will advise the claimants that they may be confident, lining up against an Austin Healey sprite, as in the film. Once that Morris Minor returns from the crash repairer, of course.
I must confess, I was confused by our next case involving a racing truck. I was not aware of such a term. I had to consult with Horizon to find a suitable test vehicle. Though I was not disappointed with the result. Perhaps before we begin testing, you would like a chance to, how do you say, get a feel for this machine?
In 100 yards, turn right. In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right. 100 yards, turn right. Turn right.
Very good. Unlike our claimant, you have passed the first test. The vehicle is not upside down.
Our claimant insists that these so-called high-performance heavy vehicles are simply too fast to manage variable terrain. We will attempt not only to prove otherwise, but to demonstrate they are much faster when kept firmly on the road.
You may feel an urge to go off-road. Despite my carefully plotted route, you will please resist this urge. Much improved acceleration over flat ground. Enhanced traction through tight corners, yes. Also, I must congratulate you on your restraint. Downhill roads provide increased downforce as well as speed. Interesting. You see, we may dispute the claim that the racing truck cannot be controlled. Indeed, if yours was refrigerated, you could quite easily deliver milk or eggs or other perishable goods.
My friend, did you know that video footage of our investigations is highly sought after around the festival? I was not aware so many young people were considering insurance as a career. In any case, we have a new claim and a new test vehicle, perfect for scouting our new test location. Please enjoy the scenery as well as the performance.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 100 yards, turn sharp left. In 200 yards, turn sharp right. Turn sharp right. In 200 yards, turn sharp left. Yards, turn left. Turn left.
Please notice the superior grip and downforce on tight turns. Also, these woods are nice.
In 400 yards, turn right.
Notice the improved acceleration as we pass the dam. A little of my handiwork. The acceleration, not the dam.
In 100 yards, turn left. In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right.
The vehicle is performing well, yes? Good. You should be approaching the quarry now. So, what do you think? A suitable location for a machine as rugged as this, yes?
Now, allow me to explain. Our claimant has explored this very quarry in a Willis MB, similar to ours, though they have expressed dissatisfaction with their performance upgrades. Through a combination of my work and your skill, we will now set about, very politely, proving them wrong. May I suggest a more aggressive approach to navigation?
You see the sat-nav? Please ignore this.
100 yards, turn left. Turn around when it is safe to do so.
I will make it known to the client that the Willis MB is more than adequate to their purposes of vertical movement and visceral excitement. the sat-nav? Please ignore this. You see the sat-nav? Please ignore this.
In 100 yards, turn left. Recalculating route.
I will make it known to the client that the Willis MB is more than adequate to their purposes of vertical movement and visceral excitement. You see the sat-nav? Please ignore this.
In 100 yards, turn left.
You see the sat-nav? Please ignore this.
In 100 yards, turn left. Turn around when it is safe to do so. Turn sharp left. Recalculating route.
I will make it known to the client that the Willis MB is more than adequate to their purposes of vertical movement and visceral excitement.